are right off the shores of the Coral Cliff Hotel in Barbados, down on the Caribbean side. And what's the matter? We stuck on the bottom? Oh, no. What you see in front of you is a 28-foot catamaran sailboat. This sailboat is the fastest sailboat on the island. This friend of mine who runs the Coral Cliff charters out this catamaran during the weekdays, and he called me up and said, look, since I know you, anytime you want to take this thing out with your friends or whoever, you just let me know, and I'll give it to you. Well, since I had Mom and Dad that day, I decided to take the crew out with me. So what we have here is myself and Cheryl and Carl and Kevin, and I forget this fella's name, but this was the skipper. And I booked him because he knew how to sail this thing very well, and his first mate as crew. There's Dad. And as soon as we get out of the harbor and get underway, you'll see how fast this thing goes. This is the cabin down below. Now this is catamaran, remember this. I hope we do okay. I don't see much wind here today. But this was a custom-built catamaran for the Coral Reef Club. Here's Mom. She's already seasick. And there's Cheryl. She's thinking about it. Okay, we got the sails up. We got a little wind going for us. We're not really clipping along, but we've got some kind of breeze. And a blue sail, I remember that. We used to race this thing many times against some of the other big yawls and sloops on the Caribbean side of the island. We used to beat every one of them. Now here we are, we're heading north along the western coast of Barbados. What you're looking at here is the western coast of Barbados. Right about here, I believe, well, I'm looking back. I don't know where we are now because I don't recognize any of this. Six Men's Bay, that's our house right there. That's where we lived, and that was the view we had over the Caribbean. We had a rough life, pretty much, because we had to go into town every week and get groceries. Here we are heading up toward now look at the wake on this machine. Look at this thing go. Look at the skip planing behind us. This was just a normal wind in Barbados. This was the typical trade winds at about 13 knots. Here's your typical dad with the typical run punch. We're heading up toward my Navy base now. Maybe that's what I'm pointing at. I don't know. But this is a typical midwinter day in Barbados. This is one of the yawls I used to race against all the time. See the yawl with the mizzen still up for steerage? Watch me pass him, because he hasn't got his sails up. He's already given up. I used to get in this thing and beat every one of them. So here we are pulling into a harbor here. We're going to drop the anchor. Or we done? Yeah, we're dropping the anchor, and we're going to go swim and do funny stuff. This is a bunch of tourists from the hotel down from us, which was called Sandy Lane, which is a very posh tourist resort. And they used to have people mostly from Great Britain and Germany who came down to visit. The motel that we booked, or that usually took this catamaran out to tourists in the morning. Everybody's still asleep, pretty much. I think the skipper's on his way back now, right? Or pretty close to it. Oh. Whoop, where'd I go? This is the shot of the beach here in Florida. Looking a bit north. Looking a bit south. That's the dining area for the club there. Blinking light. Hey, you're on TV now. Here we are on the Anna Karina on Saturday morning. And here's the skipper Dudley. And first mate Wallace. On the stern, the whole rest of the gang is up on the bow. Around. Whoop. There's Mom. Who's that? That's Brian. Hello, Brian. Who else is there? There's Kevin and Kristen. Hey, Kevin, Kristen, say hello. Yoo-hoo. Hi. Hello. What happened to Carl? Oh, there he is.
There's Brian. Did you get it?
Here we are. You bet. It's been so long, I don't even know what I'm looking at anymore. This is somewhere on the West Coast. Geez, I used to know the names of all these, but I forget them. The garden. Oh, it looks like somebody has a satellite dish there.
Yeah.
Sailboats off the coast. Well, here we are again, sailing into a nice breeze, coming offshore. The boys getting a little more sunburn. We did. Okay, we just passed Gibbs Beach. Must be over there somewhere. Oh, there's Wallace, holding down the windward side. There's Kristen. Hello. There's the skipper. Hi. RCB. There's our wake. Oh, we're clipping along good now. Just like a motorboat. This is, there we go, that's Gibbs Beach back there. And that's where all the old Navy fellas used to like to hang out. That's the main road coming north towards Spitestown. Let's look up on the cliff here. Some nice houses up there. Much better. Wasn't in focus before, was it? That's better. Yes? Oh, Spitestown is up the coast a bit, huh? Let's see. Spitestown is where? This Spitestown? Oh yeah, there's the church. Here's St. Peter's Parish Church Tower. You can just kind of see it.
Yeah, it is.
Off in the distance. Where Kristen was baptized. It's a little wind here. Here we're looking up north. That's the new cement plant that's up near where the old Navy base used to be. Hey, Carl. Good morning.
Good morning.
Ah, and there's Speightstown just beyond Carl. Hi, sweetie. Could you hold that a second? And here's Dudley again. Captain Dudley.
Yes.
Say something creative, Dudley. Make something up. Be casual. Be casual.
It's just approaching Bloody Colbert House.
Oh, yeah.
Famous film star.
That's right.
Live in Barbados.
Oh, that's over there somewhere. Yeah.
There, Ronald Reagan, President of America, went to bed a couple of years back, and he was here. Oh, I think that. Yeah.
This is just south of Glitter Bay. This is the old sailing yawl. This is what's left of the old sailing yawl that we used to race against. Broke up on the rocks. They break up in a storm, Dudley?
No. We had just had southwesterly and it break chain and come ashore there.
And
They
that's
catch fire first.
no kidding. That was the end of
Burn it to
that.
level water and then you proceed to the balance.
Wow. So nothing was saved.
No. They had it up for sale.
Oh, I see. It was for sale at the time
Yeah.
that it broke loose and smashed up.
Smashed it. That happened last year around November.
I guess you chain.
My chain.
And here's Wallace, the first mate.
Yeah. Like the rum?
It's very good.
Yeah.
Of course, it's always been very good here.
Yeah.
That's why I come back, just for the rum.
Yeah, just the rum. Yeah. So the kids enjoyed it.
Oh, of course they always enjoyed it.
Yeah.
We'd enjoy it a lot more if it was a few more weeks, but
Back soon. Once more. On the island marina. Sail back to the mooring now. Come back to Coral Reef.
oh, we're coming close to the Coral Reef now?
Yeah.
There's that little baby monkey.